This is Maya Angelou, and she has split ends just like me. Our ends are dead as a doornail, so today I am going to be trimming them at home and saving myself $95. So if you want to see how we get our split ends trimmed at home, then make sure to continue to the video. Isn't she just adorable? That's my sweet little baby. I love her.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly.
All right, Dazzling ladies, let's gather your supplies and get everything together that you need to make the process go smoothly. You're gonna need some scissors, a comb, a dimming brush, blow dryer, hair clips, heat protectant spray, hot irons, hair oil, time, patience, wine, TV, and snacks. Once you have gathered all of those items, then go ahead and begin sectioning off your hair. If you section it off like this, it'll make the blow drying time just a little easier and go a little faster. So usually I do 4 sections, and I just take a piece and I pin it out the way and find the section that I want to begin with. But first I would just start by making however many sections that you want to make this process just go easy. Now that you have the section that you're going to work with first, I would just go ahead and get your dimming brush and make sure it's detangled. I have already detangled before, but just go back through it and make sure the ends are fully detangled. You don't want the blow dryer getting caught or anything, so just run through it a few more times and make sure it is smooth and the brush just glides through. Then you're going to take a heat protectant spray. I'm using the one by Cantu. I do not want to damage my curl pattern or my hair in any way. I do not straighten my hair at all. The only time I straighten my hair or get my hair straightened is to get a good trim. I tried to get a curly cut trim one time, and the lady trimmed my hair in its curly state, and that was some garbage. My ends were not trimmed well. I just felt like it just made more split ends, so I wouldn't recommend a curly trim. So I'm not going to get my hair bone straight. I hate my bone straight hair on my curls. I just even hate blow drying them. Like, I just see the curls just screaming for help. So I'm just gonna get it straight enough to where I can just see how many dead ends I have and trim them. So this heat is medium heat, and I'm just taking the brush and I'm just going down it with heat. I didn't use the comb because I feel like there's too much heat on my scalp, and you can get permanent scalp damage from too much heat on your scalp. I see women come into the dermatology office with that all the time, permanent scalp damage and alopecia from too much heat on their scalp. So I'm very particular about how much heat I put on my scalp, or heat damage, or any of that, because I see it happening to people every day. And once you get scarring from heat damage, the hair will never grow back in those areas again. So just remember that, ladies, and be careful. So I'm going to go through this section, get it as straight as I need it, and then I'm actually going to do the rest of the sections, but I'm just going to show you this one section and how I did it, and then we'll come back and we'll get to the nitty-gritty, which is the flat iron part. Now that I have this section as straight as I like it, I'm going to just take some of this castor oil and just rub it on this section of my hair. Just rub it down the ends and the strands, and then I'm going to just clip this out of the way so I don't get it mixed up with the other areas. So this is the head complete. I'm just going to pin it up and start taking small sections and doing a couple of passes with this flat iron. So this flat iron is not a very hot flat iron, which is good because I don't want too much heat. So I'm going to do a few passes because my hair is not trained. It does not get straight easy, and it doesn't stay straight. So I'm just going to run a couple of passes over it so I can get it as straight as I need it to trim it. But it's not really hot. at all. I have it on 10, but these curling irons are low budget, so they don't get that hot. So I didn't have to worry about actually damaging my hair. So I'm going to show you how I do a few passes over the hair in the back and how straight it got, and how you can do this as well. So I'm just going to take this piece right here, and be careful not to burn yourself. Start at the top and just go down for a little bit, and then start back at the top and bring it down the shaft of the hair. Now the middle to the ends of my hair was very hard to get straight. It was puffy, and you will see towards the end it never really got that straight, which is totally fine with me. But I definitely could see all of the split ends just looking at me. They were just staring at me, screaming for help. So I felt like I got it straight enough to get the job done. All the hair straightened. As you can see, the ends are still puffy. You know, all of it's going to get puffy as soon as I step outside, but that's totally fine. I'm going to just put a part down the middle and start trimming. I would advise that you get some shears, or cutting shears, but I didn't have any. I couldn't find mine, so I just used these surgical scissors because I have them from work, and I figured if these can cut skin, they can cut my hair. So that's what I'm going to use, but don't do what I do better than me and get you some cutting shears. So I'm just going to run the flat iron back through it because it's already puffing up, and then I'm going to start trimming the ends. So here we go. One more pass across it, and then I'm just going to smooth my hands down to the ends, and you can see all these little dead ends. You can just tell because they're see-through, they're tangled, they're curlies. I'm just going to cut all of that off. I'm not afraid to cut my ends, or yeah, it seemed like it made my hair a lot shorter, but your hair will thrive and it will grow if you just cut those off. And I actually waited too long to do this trim, so just cut it. Don't worry about it. It will grow back and it will grow healthy. So I'm just going to take small sections and do this throughout my head. I'm going to run the flat iron down it a few more times, and then just slide the shaft of the hair, slide the hair through my fingers and just cut off whatever I see that looks dead. Don't be afraid to try things on your own or do this at home. If ever in doubt, just cut a little bit, but I don't mind just getting it over with. You can tell it'll look totally different from the other hair, and just cut that part off. So I'm going to do this over my whole head, and when you come back, you see how it just looks just there and limp and just all jacked up now. Once I cut all these dead ends off, it's going to come back to life. You're going to see it just looks healthier. finish, I'm just going through and just trying to straighten out the puffiness on the ends because it's already reverting back. But you can just tell it has more bounce to it. It looks more healthy already. And I'm just going to go through and make sure I got them all to the best of my knowledge. And if I see any ends that look raggedy, I'm just going to cut it off. Now that I've cut off as much as I feel needs to come off, I'm happy with the results. It just feels so much better and just looks so much better. And I'm proud of myself. So ladies, let me know if you are willing to trim your ends at home. Comment below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. I'm so proud of myself. So proud of myself. I just saved myself some coins and did a good job on top of it. Don't be afraid to try these things yourself. Yeah, it looks like I lost a lot of length, but it just looks better and it will thrive.
30 and flirty and thriving. 30 and flirty and thriving. 30 and flirty and thriving.
It will thrive. I'm just going back and just taming up any loose ends. But I'm very happy with the results. She does need to be dyed. I might do a video on that. Let me know if you want to see me dye my natural hair. And make sure to check out my video on 5 things to avoid if you want to practice hypergamy and dating. I'll link it up top, and I'll see you dazzling ladies in my next video. Bye.